Hi, I'm Gary Golding, and you're watching The Golding State. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, damn, what a handsome fella. And I'd have to agree with you, you know, because I would say myself that Frankie is a very handsome fella, indeed. So I can't argue with you there. Frankie is one handsome fella. But I'm here to bring you eco tip number 6. And what eco tip number 6 is grow your own food. And what I'm doing today, I can't emphasize the power in this enough. What I'm doing today is I'm planting myself some cucumbers into my garden because I'm growing my own food. And so there's many reasons why you should grow your own food. I would say one reason is because all the pesticides and fungicides that's sprayed on them that they find now are linked to stuff like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism, cancer, a whole list of elements, and maybe even all of them for all you know, because poison in your system over time is going to do some damage. And it's believed that the pesticides and fungicides they're finding are connected to a lot of this stuff. So you will know what goes into your food and you will know what is on your food. And so if it's for your health. So this also falls under the health and fitness category of my YouTube channels. Now, there's an area called the blue zones where they find people, they have the highest concentration of people that live to be in their hundreds. And what they found in these blue zones, which would be Nicoya, Costa Rica, Icaria, Greece, Sardinia, Italy, Loma Linda, California, Okinawa, Japan, is one thing they had in common is many of them had gardens. They worked in the garden. So they found that they got exercise and vitamin D. So when you work in the garden, you know, moving all the pots around, moving the soil around, digging in the garden, getting the sunshine is actually a workout. Oh, look at those biceps, gosh. Arnold Schwarzenegger's got nothing on. Oh, anyways, sorry, I get carried away. I forgot this isn't a workout video. Anyways, grow your own food in your garden for your health. And then what makes this an eco tip, an environmental thing, is the fact that you don't contribute to the packaging and the transportation that goes in to the transport of food, the vegetables and the fruits. And you contribute less to the waste on the planet by growing your own food. Not to mention what's going on with the water and stuff like that. So, right, check this out. Right here, it looks like I got myself a strawberry. I just planted these about a week or two ago. That's delicious. And I know that's not sprayed with pesticides. Oh wow. Looks like somebody threw an old apple in there when they were walking by. That's great. See, it's fertilizer. It feeds the plant and me. Delicious. Thank you, litter bug. So anyways, another reason that you want to grow your own food is for self-reliance, disaster preparedness. Let's say we have an earthquake, the economy collapses, a strike by the truckers. This happened in Spain. They had a strike by the truckers. I saw some footage on YouTube where the truckers went on strike in Spain years ago, and there was no food being brought into the grocery stores. The grocery stores were empty. When I was watching the news one day with a buddy at my house after the Chile earthquake, I was telling my buddy, Troop, to go get some water because I keep water stored up because you never know when you'll need it. And as I'm talking to him on the news, up comes this lady wearing Gucci sunglasses and a fur coat, crying outside the grocery store on the news saying, "We just want food and water." And here's this idiot with her name brand clothing. She could afford to buy Gucci sunglasses and a fur coat and a worthless diamond ring, but she's crying about the thing that actually has the most value, which is food and water. So there's another reason. Preparedness. self-reliance. It's the most beautiful thing you could teach your children, is how to grow their own food. What I have here is called the self-watering rain gutter garden. And you set the plants on top of a rain gutter, and it's got a pot in the bottom of it with soil, and so the water wicks up through the pot, and it's a self-watering rain gutter garden. Look up a guy called Larry Hall, self-watering rain gutter garden. You'll see how to build these things. They're really cool, because that way I fill up a reservoir and I don't have to come back and water my plants for a week at a time if I take off out of town, because it's self-watering, and I don't have any soil where I live. It's sitting on the asphalt, and that way I can grow food anywhere with this system. But then you look around for places where you can grow food. Maybe a neighbor's yard, maybe a friend's house, maybe a family member's yard, or a friend's house, or like I did, my neighbor over here in this industrial area had a planter across the street from me that they were growing ornamentals in, and are just something, you know, ornamental plants are something that you simply just stare at. They serve no purpose except for looks. So I came and knocked on their door, and I asked, would you mind if I grew some vegetables and and had a garden over in your planter and grew some valuable food? And they said, oh, no, we don't care, go for it. So now I'm using the landscape around me to grow food. And so that way, where I live, I'll be surrounded by food. And there's a good guy to check out. His name is Ron Finley. He's in the spirit of him, what he does is he started doing this in South Central LA and started growing along the sidewalk and in empty lots in South Central. And what happened is one of the neighbors complained about him to the city, and they actually took his side, and they actually made him famous. So he actually has a saying, hey, sometimes your haters will make you famous, because as it went to court, he became famous, the city okayed it, and now his message is spreading far and wide. And I'm sure he's not the first one, because I came up with the idea, so I did some research on it, and I stumbled upon him because I've had this idea for years. So, grow food wherever you can. It's fun, it's a good way to get together with people, instead of just simply getting together, getting drunk, or like passing time, just hanging out on the beach. You could actually do something constructive and beautiful for your health and for the environment. Now, another reason I like to do this is because it's a good way to stick it to the man. It's a form of revolution. You know, you could have a food supply, stockpiling food. You know, it's not like you're getting weapons and going out and harming people and threatening violence, but it is also a way where you don't spend money and contribute money through taxes, through sales tax of buying things to fuel the war machine. I literally live out of a trash dumpster, grow my own food, and harvest it off the land, because I try to contribute as little as possible tax-wise to keep fueling this war machine in which we need, you know, we consume so much that we need so much more resources that we're sending our young men and women off to other countries to go get killed and to kill other people, some of them innocent people. And some of you with soldiers in your family, you probably view them as innocent people yourself in your own way. But if you think about it, we're putting guns in their hands and sending them over to countries to kill people. Okay? So what I'm getting at is we just pull back all of our consumption. We become self-reliant throughout the whole country, throughout the whole world. Everybody's got food going around them. There's no more reasons to go to war. And so in my way, it's a form of revolution, because there's no reason we shouldn't be able to gather our own water and grow our own food. And right now, the corporations are trying to monopolize that. So let's take the power away from the corporations. Let's revolt. And let's completely starve them of all the money they have through taxes by growing our own food, not buying designer labels and stuff like that just that gets taxed, not buying worthless diamond rings. Let's start the revolution now, and let's go after them. So, that's it. Those are all the reasons why you should grow your own food. And here's what they are: packaging and transportation, environmental. Pesticides, fungicides, and other toxins that get on the plants. Health, your personal health. Disaster preparedness, earthquakes, economical collapse, strikes, just you won't be relying on the grocery stores for food. And sticking it to the man. Revolution. Taking away the monopoly, disarming the corporations, taking away their money, and trying to starve them out. It is my dream to see that there is no more grocery stores needed. Like, I don't buy bottled water. I don't contribute to and consume anything that I think harms the planet if I can. So there you go. That's eco tip number 6. Grow your own food. I'm Gary Golding, and you're watching The Golding State. Remember to reuse, recycle, ride your bicycle, and refuse to abuse this beautiful planet we live on. Enjoy my garden.